Hello and welcome to Farming Simulator 2017 mod showcase with me, Kevin Sawyer. Hope you guys and girls are all well and enjoying your day, whatever you're up to. Right, I've got this nice little placeable for you, which is the Orange Factory, and it's version 1 of this mod, and it's made by the modder of the name of T-Berit. I think that's how you pronounce it. If it isn't, I apologise to the modder in advance. It's the best I could work with. But anyway, like I say, this is version 1 of this mod. So if you're watching this at a later date and there's a newer version available, the modder may have come in and changed the functionality and the way that this mod works. So do please bear that in mind if you are watching this at a later date. But anyway, of course the links for this mod will be in the description down below, so you can have a look at this for yourself and have a go on it for yourself. There's a couple little bugs, well, at least one bug which I will mention once I show you guys, once I've got it set up and ready to go, which I hope the modder will fix. It might just be for mine, but someone will have to let me know. Let me know down below if they're getting the same problem. But it's something I've run across, so just once I've shown you, you guys know what the heads up are with it. But anyway, I'm rambling on and I digress. Once you have downloaded it, installed it onto your map, you should find it in Placeables, and it's a 4-part. You'll get everything you need to get it up and running. In the pack you'll get this mod greenhouse, which I think is a rip-off of the Coca-Cola production greenhouse, because it looks very similar, but it is a generic greenhouse, and I think they've just changed aspects of it, so I forgive the modder in advance. And this looks very similar to the Coca-Cola production from the Snake, very similar concept. These are just generic sales points with just little textures added to them that I've never seen before. It could have been again textures from another mod, but I don't know for sure. One thing I will say before I do anything else, obviously I'll do the pricing for it. It's 80,000 to purchase the greenhouse itself, and it's 10 to maintenance per day. For the Orange Factory itself, it costs 120,000 to purchase and 10 per day in maintenance. The one to purchase the sales point and 0 per day in maintenance, and one again for the other sales point, 0 per day in maintenance. Right. So one thing I'm gonna show you guys is something. Again, it's a typical thing at the moment. You might see my one's quite glitched into the field. Again, it needs a nice bit of flat land, and probably ideally on something that's concrete, like a slab or something, because you can see, if I were to place one slightly off of here, you do get a bit of a ramp. He has allowed for some give in the actual mod itself, so you can just place one on a bit of a hill. As you can see, it will forgive to a certain point. Obviously, look, it's a bit too much of a hill because there's a huge little ramp there, or step up. But you can see there is a concrete base to this. It's glitching into my farm itself. That's the sales point I was on about, which I think is a direct rip off of the Coca-Cola productions. That's the other sales point just there. This is the Orange Factory itself. Again, you can see the triggers all just here and what you need. And then there's the greenhouse itself, which is just here. One thing you will need if you haven't got compost on your map, you're going to need compost. So either placeable or put it on a map that has compost, so bear that in mind. But I'll jump in my Fent over here, just take the old shuttle control off. There we go, and fire it up. So first things first, let's get the greenhouse up and running. If I don't get stuck, that is. little bump is an issue. I should really find a new location for doing mod showcases. Anyway, I digress. If you pull it up to that tip point, hopefully it will come up. There we go. Just like that. One thing again, I'd say with the greenhouse, make sure it's on a fairly flat bit of land, and that or if not flat, the crash. We'll just click that. That the water bowser is low enough down for you to use, because the next bit is going to be crucial. If I run over here, jump in this water bank, this John Deere. Again, turn shuttle control off. Drive it over to the greenhouse. And again, if I bring the dial-up box up, it's already popped up, which is good. It says fill start. If I drive away from that, it should turn off. Or maybe not. Maybe you can just fill it up from wherever. This is a bit bizarre, to say the least. Might just be glitching, perhaps. But anyway, that might be a thing. Right, once that water is in, it still says fill start. Hoping that isn't a bug. If that is a bug, that's another bug which you need to address. That shouldn't do. Should be okay. Let's just leave it here for now. Once that's up and away, you should ignore the straw bales, you don't need them. It should be ready to go. So if you walk up to this here, you should see it's got compost 100% and water 100%, and then you just crank it up. It should kick up in a minute. There we go. Takes roughly about 2 hours to produce the pallets, roughly in game time, I've noticed. So let that wind on as I walk round. As you can see, you got little syrup bottles just here, and little barrels just here. It says orange concentrate. Well, just it says orange, but it's orange concentrate, and then the machine display itself. And inside, you can walk inside the greenhouse. You got little orange plants growing oranges, little vents just here, and then walk around. You got like the little steps you can get up and down on, and then again around the back of the greenhouse. You got a little wheelbarrow. Pretty good textures. All the display sharp. That's a bit of a weird one, how that goes from compost colour to a weird white colour. Anyway, they look full to me, so slow down time. Yep, they are full. Right, so as you can see, it's orange acid, or orange aid, I should say. I was right, orange acid. Right, so you need to put that where it says syrup over here, and it just disappears. And then grab this one that says concentrate on it, which is orange concentrate. You can take that over to here and plonk it into there. And then if I walk over to the screen, it should show you how much percentage. Now it says Zuntka, and you might be wondering what that means. Right, that's where the next bit of it comes into play. Zuntka, or eels, sugar beets. But let me just grab the water first, because that's in the way. Drive over to here. And then it should, if you drive up to the water point here, it should let you fill it up. Press R and then you're good to go. Again, it doesn't take much water to fill it up. I'll just park this out the way. Over here, anywhere I do. Then you're going to need sugar beets. Which are right down here. Pull the wall down. Wheel down, I say. Right. I'm not going backwards. Go forwards. Thank you very much. Right. Drive the old sugar beets, or Zunka, I think that's how you pronounce it, over here. Yeah, so we reverse up to the point, and it should come up with a tip symbol. Just make sure that's coming up. There we go, unload. Unload it into the tip point. Again, just for demonstration purposes. I'll just park this out of the way. Not drive off the cliff, just park it out the way. That'll do. Right. Walk through here, if I can squeeze through. There we go. Right, and that should be good to go because you've got all the fundamental ingredients you need to get this thing up and running. But let's double check with the dart box anyway. Yep, got just enough there to get up and running. See, one of those trailers filled up to about 40%, 46% roughly. The other two are very small. But once it's up and running, obviously. So let's fast forward time again, and eventually you should see that the smoke appearing. That's one bug, definitely for sure. Is smoke appearing from nowhere? It's like okay, but then if you walk into here, you should see your pallets appearing. So you've got pallets of what, as you can see, look on the bottom right there, it says wool. I believe it's supposed to be lemonade or orangeade or something of that. It's supposed to be, it could be orange juice, I guess, because it looks more like orange juice, so could be that. But that's full now. Was it full? No, it's 70%, 80%. But then you've got Coca-Cola here, which is coming up with the right symbol, but this is where I think the problem lays with the rest of the mod, and I'm hoping that the modder fixes this. It could just be for me. Again, people will have to let me know in the comments down below. But look, if I pick this up, it says wool. Now if I take this over to the sales point, which I should be able to sell it to, either, well, I think it's not this one so much because this one won't work, but it should work on this one. I should plonk that down and it should sell, because look, there's the bottles there, and that looks like those bottles there, and it's not working. And I think that's because whatever's going on is making this think it's a pallet of wool. If you've got a wool sales point on your map, then I'd say take it over to the wool sales point. Luckily enough, I've got this mod over here which which you can sell wool to anyway, so I'm just going to walk this over to it and then plonk it down, just to show you guys how much you get from it. You get just over 13 grand for that. And the Coca-Cola works. I think that works for both. I think. So if I pick this up, this should work for both sales points, I believe. Let me double check. Yeah, so it definitely works for that sales point, and I'm pretty sure it works for that sales point as well. If not, you're definitely going to work on this one. But you'll get just over 5,000 for that one as well. But that's that's the good and badly ugly with this mod. Is say let's just hope that I just hope the modder fixes whatever's going on with this sales point, so it's not actually working to sell what you need to sell it. But I thought I'd just show you guys the little workaround for the time being. But I hope you guys and girls enjoyed the mod showcase. If you did, again, please feel free to like. If you didn't like this for any reason, again, please feel free to dislike. But please leave a comment down below to why you didn't like it, so then at least then I've got a chance to improve in the future. If you know anyone else that may also enjoy watching this mod showcase or might find this useful, again, guys and girls, please feel free to share. It helps me out a lot, and I don't mind just sharing. And if you're new to my channel, you'll see future mod showcases or anything else I'm working on. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notifications icon, so then you'll know straight away as soon as I upload a new video. I'll see you in the next one. TTFN.